Our next selection is an English folk song called Scarborough Fair. It is a very old song. Some variations of it date back to the 1650s. More recently, this song was made popular in the 1960s by folk singers Paul Simon and Art Garfunkel. Please enjoy Scarborough Fair.
Are you going to Scarborough Fair? Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. Remember me to one who lives there. She once was the true love of mine. Learn to make me a generation. Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. Washing in yonder thy well. Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. Where water was strong, Lord, drop of rain fell. Thank you all for being a great audience today. Our last piece is a folk song, this time from Scotland. It's a beautiful tune called The Water is Wide.
Thank you, everyone, and again, thank you to our piano accompanist, Mr. Mark Schrader over here. And we're going to take just a quick second. Choir, we're going to split these risers in half and just wheel them on over. Let's wheel them both over to this side, and we'll just sit on the risers. Unless you're in band, then you are excused to go play with the band, and we'll hear from the band in just a moment. Good afternoon, everyone. Hello, I'll do that again. Good morning. Or good morning. Somewhere in the world, I'm sure. Hello, everyone. Oh, that's so much better. So glad to see all your shining, smiling faces. So, I'm Mr. Puffer, first off, and this is the middle school band. Say hi, band. And they are very excited to be playing two pieces for you today. But before we get to our first one, I'd like to invite a few members up front to demonstrate those cool instruments Mr. Treble was talking about. So can I please have our flute players, our clarinet player, and our saxophone player coming up to play for you. Okay, so first we're going to look at this first instrument here, the silver instrument. Who can tell me what that is? I see red, white, and blue in the back right there. Yes? It is a flute. And what instrumental family is it a part of? Yes, blue turquoise shirt. Say again. The wind family, or yes, the woodwind family. Even though not a bit of that is made out of wood. Go figure, right? So I'd like to show you guys how that sounds, and our two flute players, Addison and Olivia, are going to play a few notes for you, just to show you how it sounds. Go ahead, please. Okay, I'll give you Okay, next up we have an instrument that is more like a woodwind because you can turn around your clarinet to show us it uses a wooden reed to create the sound. And the saxophone as well, it's a little piece of wood right there, colored reed. But first we're going to hear from the clarinet. So we have Danica here to so graciously play a few notes for us. Okay. Okay, now let's take a look at this guy. Did I already say the name? Oh, well, this is the alto saxophone. It is one of the smallest of the family, if we get to all of them, but this is the alto saxophone. And Riley here will play you a few notes. Thank you, rhythm players. You may take a seat. Now we're just about to hear them and more instruments play a tune from a movie that I'm sure several of you, if not a lot of you, have heard. But I won't say it now. I won't say it now. But I'd like you to guess after we're done, just to see what it is. All right? Please enjoy our first piece. Okay, now put up your hand and tell me what piece that was. You were ready in the back. Or like, what tell me?
Was it from Star Wars?
Say again?
Star Wars?
Star Wars. Yes. Yes, that is correct. It's Star Wars. Now, before we move on to our next piece, which is a bit more in the spooky spirit for Halloween coming up in a couple weeks, I'd like us to have our tenor sax player, our trumpet player, trombone, come on up, please. Okay, Okay, so we're going to start off with this. I've already said it's a tenor sax, but what is different about it from an alto sax? Who can guess? White shirt in the back. It is bigger. What does that mean for the instrument's sound? Is it higher or lower? What do you think? Blue shirt in the middle here. It is lower. Indeed it is. Yes, very good. So we're going to hear from the tenor sax, which is played by Mike Kayla. Go ahead. Yeah. Okay, now next we're going to move on to this little number. What family is this instrument member of? Red shirt over here. Dogman. Okay, that's all right. Any other guesses? Yes, I see green. Trumpet, yes. Okay. So a trumpet is which family are you part of though? What family? Yes, I see orange right there. Not the woodwind. Very confident guess though. The brass family. Very good. Yes, it is, and they get those names mainly because they're made of brass. But if you look here, the saxophone is also made of brass. So we're about to see here, but the trumpet and the trombone here, they both make sounds by buzzing their lips into it, rather than using a reed to play. So we're going to hear from Eli here on the trumpet. Hear how it sounds. Listen. Oh, about that. Okay, and we're moving on to our next brass instrument, the trombone. Now, just by looking at it, what is different about the trombone from the trumpet? Yes, you're right. Yes, it's a different color brass than the trumpet is. Yes, they come in all different shapes, sizes, and colors. Yes, I see. Ooh, right over to the back.
It's not like made by pressing keyboard, it's made by sliding.
Correct. Yes, the notes are changed not by pressing the piston valves, which they are called piston valves, like you find in the car. They're changed by sliding. We're about to see that with Jeffrey playing the trombone for us. I heard someone in the back is really ready to be introduced. So thank you so much, you three, for playing for us. Give one more round of applause. I gotta say, you guys are such a great and energetic audience. I love it.
Thank you.
So last but not least, I have a number of people in the back here. What section do you think that is? Just by looking at the stuff back here, what guesses do we have? Yes, Celia. The percussion. Yes, that's correct. And most of their instruments, how do they make sound on their instruments? What's another guess we've got? Ooh, there's a lot of them. I see Stay Wild in the middle. Sometimes sliding, sometimes, but maybe it's something else. Good guess, though. Green. Here, pressing. They can press, yeah, they can make something with that. But what's the main one? It's pretty aggressive. Yes, stop making. Okay, I see pink shirt butterflies. Okay, that's all right. Yes. Striking. I like that word, strike. It's very deliberate because that's what we have to do with percussion. We pick stuff. And so, I'd like to hear from first Serenity on the bass drum. Ready? Go ahead and give that a good old-fashioned blow. So we've got the snare drum. We have Eli on the snare. Give that a few whacks there. And the percussion section is more than just drums. It's also different things like the cymbal or the triangle. Can I have Shay and Katie, could you please strike those at the same time? Go ahead and show us the triangle and the suspended cymbal. Go ahead. So those are what we call auxiliary percussion. Extra little percussion instruments that are other than drums. Now I'd like to hear a roll from the percussion. Here we go. Make it nice and big, guys. Go ahead. You guys have been an excellent audience. We are going to finish off the program here with one more piece. It's, like I said, it's going to be reminding you a lot of Halloween. It is called Freaky Fantasy, and it's going to be filled with all sorts of interesting noises and sounds made by the band. And I'd like you to imagine what kind of creature might make those different sounds. So I'd like you to imagine them. So, please enjoy Freaky Fantasy. Thank you so much for being the audience today. Wow, Mr. Pupper and band and choir. What a great concert all around. Audience too. Wow. Thank you everybody for coming to our concert today. I think that's about all we have. We're going to start cleaning up, so you guys stick around, start picking up your